Hello, welcome to Math 181, Calculus 1. This is sections 4001, 4002, online math. I have my information up here, my email, homepage, office. That's the office in Carson, at the Carson campus. My phone number for that office. Here are office hours, and this may have to be adjusted if we have to adjust the live meeting time. Prerequisites, Math 127 or equivalent, or the consent of the instructor. Course description offers the fundamental concepts of analytical geometry and calculus, functions, graphs, limits, derivatives, and integrals. Course objectives. Upon completion of this course, successful students should be able to do the following: evaluate limits, differentiate sums, powers, quotients, products, trigonometric and inverse trigonometric functions, logarithmic and exponential functions, explicitly and implicitly, apply differentiation to curve sketching, solve related rates and optimization problems, use Newton's method to approximate the zeros of a function, perform indefinite and indefinite integration of algebraic, trigonometric, exponential, and logarithmic functions with the substitution method, find the area under a curve, solve growth and decay problems. This is a 4-credit class. This is a lot of material to cover. There is no review. We are starting day one with new material, and that's how it's going to be. Transferability. This should go to any NSHE school. It may transfer out of the system. Check with the counselor on that. Check with your other school too. Linkage to college mission. Provide instruction that contributes to a student's ability to think critically and solve problems, to reason mathematically and apply computational skills. We're using Calculus 10th edition by Larson and Edwards. So you have 3 options. You can get just the textbook and do paper homework. You can get the textbook bundled with WebAssign and do paper or online work, or you could just do WebAssign and do online work. Now you could get the WebAssign and use the ebook. Now I realize this is expensive, but it's a 3-semester book that we use. So if you're going to go on to Calculus 3, it's the same book. You don't have to keep buying it over again. Unless, of course, you lose it or something. Supplies needed some kind of a textbook, either a regular one or an e-book version. A TI graphing calculator is optional but encouraged. I will be using a TI-89. When you look at my lessons, I have pictures from the TI-89. Grading scales are pretty standard: A, B, C, D, F. Now grade breakdown is midterm 1 at 200 points each. Discussions 10 posts at 10 points each. Homework 5 chapters. There's really 6 chapters, but the first one counts for 20 points, and the 6th one counts for 20 points. So they're the smaller chapters. So that's for 40 points. Quizzes 10 at 10 points each, and final exam is 1 at 200 points. So exams. There will be a midterm due on October 18th, 2016. And I say due because for the online people doing other versions, if you're taking the proctor test, so if you're with a fast track or a jumpstart section, one of the fast track schools requires proctored exams, and I require it from the jumpstart students as well. So those will be on the 18th. Discussions. You are to post at least 10 substantive discussion postings in Canvas. Each posting is worth 10 points for a maximum of 100 points. Homework, I expect that before coming to class, and really it's the live meetings I'm talking about there, that you're prepared, you know what's happening, you've read the material, watched the videos, and I address this later. I will not be teaching lessons during those times. I will be helping with concepts. So homework is due as a chapter. Homework may be completed on paper or online. For paperwork, see the homework list. Each chapter is between 20 and 40 points. Now, if you do it online, go to WebAssign, and there's the course key. If you do it on paper, I want it uploaded as a single PDF file. The same thing with the midterm and final. Single file PDF. I do not want individual JPEGs. I do not want individual other kind of files. I want one file, and there's a simple way to do it with a program or an app called Tiny Scanner. Now, quizzes. There'll be 11 quizzes. The top 10 quizzes will count toward the grade. If you are part of the fast track section and your high school requires a proctored quiz, your quizzes must be proctored and on paper. Final exam. There'll be a final exam due on December 13th, 2016. The final exam will cover chapters 4, 5, and 6. If you're part of the fast track section, your high school requires a proctored final exam. Your final exam must be proctored, a proctored paper exam. If you're part of a Jumpstart section, your exam will be on paper and proctored by the Jumpstart coach. Live meetings. There will be weekly live meetings currently scheduled for Thursdays from 1 to 2 p.m. This time will be adjusted as necessary. So if it turns out that something comes up in your life or my life and that time is not going to work for us mutually, we'll find a time that works. And I specifically point to the Jumpstart students. This time is for them. Or it was originally for them. Everyone can attend. They must attend, but everyone can attend. Now, as I said earlier, these sessions are insufficient in time for lessons to be taught. We should be covering 4 hours of lessons a week, and I have videos for all the lessons. The lessons are in Canvas. You go in there, you can click on the notes, click on the video, all that stuff. The live meetings are intended to be a time that students can ask questions and present problems they have encountered. Live meetings are required for Jumpstart students, but are optional for other students. Attendance. There's no attendance for this class, but students must post 10 postings in the discussion boards. Also, students may attend the optional live sessions, but they are not required to attend those sessions unless you are a Jumpstart student. I feel like I got to say this several times because people don't always listen the first 2 or 3 times. Ethics statement. Sadly, I have to say this, and sadly, it's getting worse. I don't know what's going on, if it's a cultural thing or what, but no cheating of any kind will be tolerated. Any student caught cheating, attempting to cheat, or assisting in the cheating of another student will be expelled from the class with a failing grade. Note, keeping pace with the class and posting on the discussion boards is mandatory. You got to keep up with the class. You start getting behind, it is real hard to catch up in calculus, because these concepts build on each other. You cannot skip a concept. It's not like here's the hard way to do it. Oh, and I'll come over here and just show you the secrets. It's just concepts and thoughts to develop. So you really have to keep up with this. Early alert. Please note that in an effort to help students successfully complete their courses, the counseling office on campus will ask faculty for names of students they feel may be in need of additional assistance. A counselor may contact you to offer you some ideas. Grade appeals can be made to Scott Morrison. There's his email address. Disability statement. If you have a disability for which you'll need to request accommodations, please contact Susan Trist, the coordinator for Disability Support Services. There's her information. Here's our list of important dates for the semester. Okay, and then here we are with a tentative schedule. We may have to change, especially like these live meetings, we may have to change some of that. So if you look at this week alone, you have to get through 1-4. And then the next week, 1-5 to 2-2. Now, this isn't so bad. 1-5, big concepts. 2-1, super huge concepts. And 2-2, when 2-1 you're starting to feel buried, 2-2 kind of pulls you out of the hole. So that's a good good combination, so you're not hanging over the weekend. Okay, and there's our tentative schedule for the semester, but we should be able to keep up with this schedule because this is an online class. Okay, well, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.